Many learners want to be able to spell better, and spelling is often a cause of concern for both tutors and learners. Rather than practicing spelling rules in isolation, think about spelling in terms of its immediate relevance to your learner. Ask your learner to select words from spelling practice from writing or stories that they generate. Ask what your learner wants to be able to write and therefore spell in everyday life. Then use multisensory strategies to help your learner focus on and better remember the spellings of those words. Approaching spelling this way will have the most impact on your learner's writing and learning goals. It's critical to understand that spelling and writing are two separate activities that draw upon different skill sets. Discuss this with your learner as often as you need to. Consistently set aside time to write in your tutoring sessions and briefly focus on spelling in a separate segment of your meeting.
Right.
So let's take a look.
Okay. These are some words that I have trouble with.
Oh. Okay, could you read them for me, please?
Sure. There's cousin, sometimes, breeze, rhythm, frozen, Brussels sprouts, and zucchini.
Let's get some strategies or develop some strategies for spelling these words.
Okay.
So, a strategy. What do you think a strategy is?
A strategy is a tool to help you figure out how to do something, and it's a mental tool.
It's a mental tool. It's a tool to help you figure out how to do something, and consistency is the key. But let's look at some of the ways that we can perhaps develop some strategies around these words that you may have a difficult time spelling.
Okay.
The first word you have is cousin. Where are your difficulties with that word?
Because normally I spell cousin Cusine.
Well, yes, I could see that, almost like lean cuisine. Okay. But if we look at the end of the word, one of the things we can do is look for a smaller word within the larger word. What word do you see in the word cousin?
In.
Good. Take a step back, add another letter, and you have?
Sin.
That way, you'll remember not to put an E, because you don't spell sin with E.
Then it's sign.
So using the smaller words in the word, do you think that that's going to help you spell cousin?
I actually do.
Okay. What about sometimes? What concerns do you have with the word sometimes?
Because I either usually spell it as two words, or I leave out the E and put SOM and then TIMES.
Got it. So what strategy do you think you could use for that?
Think of the words that are inside the word, like you said, for cousin, and you have some and times, and just remember that it's one word.
It's a compound word, which is two complete words
that come together.
So
they coexist.
Cousin and sin. Okay, they coexist. What's the next word?
Frozen.
Mm-hmm.
I usually mess frozen up by accidentally adding too many O's.
Oh, it's not frozen, it's frozen.
Yeah. It also has the two words. Frozen has the word fro in it, like afro.
Yeah. And zen. When you can spell frozen, you will have achieved zen.
Okay.
Cool beans.
Awesome.
Brussels sprouts. What's the problem with Brussels sprouts? Especially if people don't cook them right. I mean, but that's another issue. Okay.
Well, not only do they not taste good, but I usually spell Brussels with the E instead of a U after the B and R. BRESSELS instead of BRUSSELS. Yeah, brew, and then there's us.
Mm-hmm. Not S, but us.
Yep.
Oh, good. What's common with the U in Brussels sprouts is that it says, like Brussels sprouts
Okay.
or Brussels sprouts. And finally, your friend and mine, Mr.
Zucchini.
What strategy do you want to use to spell zucchini?
Well, I like looking for the different words inside the one word.
Okay. And
Even
what
though
word do you see in zucchini?
Chin?
Yes, there's a chin in zucchini.
Oh, right there. Okay.
Yes. So why don't you highlight the chin, or yeah, you could circle or underline it too. So how do you feel using different strategies for being able to spell different words?
I like it. It helps me to be able to pick it out and sound it out, and just a few letters at a time, and then find different strategies for different words.
Yes, because one size doesn't fit all. And one strategy doesn't work for every word, especially with spelling, especially with spelling in English, because English comes from so many different places. There's not just one rule that applies. So finding a strategy that works for you for that particular word is what's going to make all the difference.
Okay, fantabulous.
Oh, great.
You've seen a tutor and learner select spelling words from the learner's own writing and practice those words using multisensory spelling strategies. Writing is of primary importance in tutoring. Focus on spelling activities separately and sparingly without letting spelling interfere with writing.